Today I'm going to show you how to unstick or to remove a seized bolt on one of these front 3x. Okay. What I'm going to do is I'm going to show you guys how to hack it, I suppose. Okay. So here we go. This came off of a 90s Diamondback, to be specific. It came off of a Diamondback Z-Tech. Aluminum frame, if I had to guess by looking at it, I haven't looked it up, probably 1994, and that's just somewhat of an educated guess from experience. A common problem with these is, and I say common because it's happened to me more than once and to other bike builders that I'm familiar with. I don't know why. Well, I can tell you why they get seized. I can see why they get seized. Why they are engineered this way, I don't know. As a mechanic, I question engineering like certain bicycle mechanics have in the past when they run into this sort of a problem. Now, why it's engineered this way, as someone with limited knowledge on that, I would say it's bad engineering. Because when you go to turn this bolt, if it's been sitting there long enough, the actual bolt that it's seated within turns as well. Now, as far as I know, there isn't a particular tool that you use to hold this bolt in place that I know of. Okay, so the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to take my channel locks and I'm just going to try and size this up to where it fits on here and it's on there tight enough to hold it in place without damaging the bolt. And that's where the real skill comes in. Is, yeah, you can clamp it down on there, but can you do it without damaging the bolt? That felt pretty good for about 2.1 seconds. Okay, let's try it again. Nope. The trick is to try and get it to hang on there. Let's see if that holds it in place while I turn this bolt back a little bit, please. Now, I'm going to try and hold it in place. And I suppose that if this was sitting on that tapered bottom bracket, it would be more stable. But when I took it off, as much as I should have anticipated this problem, I didn't. So this is where we are. So now I'm holding it in place because, as you can see, with one of the other ones, as I turn the bolt, the other bolt that it seats within turns as well, and there's just no way to get it off. But I've got it rigged up with these channel locks. I'm going to turn it counterclockwise very carefully and see if I can get it to crack. The bolt is being held in place. Seems like it's holding on pretty good. Just have to be a little bit patient, which I'm not real good at, as anxiously anticipated. Sure enough, bolt comes out. It's sitting right here. Now it's not pretty, but if I wanted to, I'd just grind them teeth marks off. It's not really that big of a deal. Okay, and no, I'm not going to replace it with new ones. I'm going to use what I have, keeping the budget down and only spending money where it's absolutely necessary. For the most part, what this is about is restoring something that is very nostalgic, is a part of mountain biking history. Because once upon a time, you know, people didn't roll with 120 millimeters of travel on the front end and however many on the center shock. In the days of Gary Fisher, they were burning downhill with a coaster brake. And it would light up from the heat of applying their brake. The grease that was in that rear coaster brake would just seep out the edges of the hub, just surely from the heat. It would glow white hot. Again, I wasn't there. I'm just repeating what I've read and what I've watched and what I've researched. That was then. This is the early 90s. I was there. Saw the whole thing. It was a good time. It was absolutely one of the best times for mountain biking, in my opinion. Here's why I know that. Because 30 years from 1994, for example, did they anticipate that we would be rebuilding the bikes that we had back then and making them as good as they were, if not better, turning this into a resto mod, which I plan on doing? Did they anticipate that? No. So they didn't think that we would take this, take it apart and make it into a 1x9, for example. But if I had to guess, 30 years from now, some of the bikes that are being made aren't going to be as restorable as the robust 1990s mountain bikes are, which is why I'm here right now. So let's do it. Okay. So just like that. Lemon squeezy. Oh yeah, one more thing. Always put tools back where they belong. There you go. See you in a bit.